What's up, everybody? Traxxas Mike from My RC Life. Today, I finally got in my new hot racing 54 tooth spur gear for the Xmaxx. So today we're going to put that. When I'm working on the Xmaxx, one of the first things I like to do are 2mm and then the 3mm on power tool. Nice little jobbies here. They got a set screw so you can slide this out to replace these, you know, if the ends start to round out, which I would like to point out that mine have not even started to round out really. So that's nice. But yeah, you loosen that up and take this out as if you were going to throw it in your drill. So now we got a little bit faster way to pull it apart, because the Xmaxx does have a lot of screws. Now, a lot of Xmaxx owners know that you have to pull these deals here. There's 4 screws on, 2 on this, 2 on this, 2 on this, 2 on this, and then 4 in the middle that you have to get to all from the underside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now I figured a way to save you from having to pull out all 12 of them screws. What you do is you pull these 4 on top, and then these 4 on top, because you were going to have to pull. Okay, you got them all pulled out. Now you have to slide this motor fan. It can move a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right or whatever. Slide it one way or the other. I'm going to slide it back this way. Okay, and then you just flex this guy. You see what I'm doing there. But I need 2 hands. So we're back up there. Alright. I got the motor fan flex that way. Bam! See that popped right up? Flex the motor fan that way. Alright, that popped up. Oh, you know what? I forgot. You do have to pull 4 of the screws from the bottom. So it does save you a few screws anyways. Flex these ones to the left and right also. Undo your motor wires. Bam, this cage comes up and out, and it allows you access to you have the cover off of mine. A lot of Xmaxx owners I see do that. I never used to do it, but gosh, it sure does make it nice and open so you can see where, you know, you can see what's going on. If it's just a loose pinion, if it's just a loose grub screw on your pinion, you can tighten it up real quick without having to tear other things apart. I don't know if I'm going to replace the cap. 2.5mm. That Loctite was working pretty good because she was nice and tight on there. Now this was the stock gear that came on the Max 24 tooth. Now they recommended not, it said it would, if you look in the Xmaxx owner's manual, it says not to run this, but it will fit. I ran it, and my spur gear was already tore up, so it ruined that pinion. I wish I wouldn't have ran it, because I kind of like to have that high-speed pinion, but we need to pull, I do believe, these 4. That should be it. I'm surprised I could get all 4 of them screws out of there with that power tool. And she's stuck down a little bit. You have to put something underneath it and pry. There we go. Okay. Two of my bearings are looking shoddy. Look at that. Bunch of water in the gear. That back bearing there is rough. Okay, so this should just lift up right up and out. Just like that. Now on this, you'll notice two are short, two are long. Make sure you get those put back in the right. What I'm going to do is pull these three button heads. As you can see, that little bit of blue Loctite on there worked great. Nothing loosened up on me. Alright, and that's all there is to replacing it. Open up this cush drive. It feels kind of loose. And that's the 4 pan head screws there. Now that's what they mean by the cush drive. That's all it is. That's what the cush drive is. You can see mine is getting a little bit wore. Now I do have this GPM cush drive up here, but it don't have a new rubber piece or anything in it, so I'm going to run this one till it dies, and then we'll upgrade to the aluminum one, I think. You can definitely see though, right there on that one, right there on that one, it's getting a lot of wear on 3 of the 6. Maybe I can rotate it a little differently. Yeah, I'm actually rotating it 1 click because it's only got 3 deals there. Maybe that'll help it last a little longer. Heck, I don't know. It's got a little more cush. Okay. Now we're going to put this back together. Make sure you put this the right way. Don't try to put these on that hole. They won't even fit actually. But yeah, they got to go into the hole that's got the insert down in there. This little top washer has a dot on it. That's my charger just stopping. And see, that dot indicates where it's supposed to line up. See how it's got them grooves on there? So it lines right up with that pin. So if that's not, say the pin was up and down, but this was side to side, it's going to stick out a little bit. Like that. Okay, get her in there correctly, it's going to sit down a lot more level, just like that. And when it's not in properly, this will not go down all the way. It'll have like a gap, like something like that. So if it goes all, it should go all the way down without putting screws in it. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and put the screws back in it. Flatheads. Alright, make sure this guy goes back on like that. My bearing kind of... So I just take a little wire brush, brass brush, something. Just kind of clean it up a little bit. And it is spinning. It still feels alright, don't even sound bad. But hey, while it's out, you might as well try to knock anything off them. That one looks bad, but it feels good. Alright, back to, check out this old Spur gear. From this side it looks okay. But, I mean, it don't look okay, but it looks like it's alright. But yeah, that side you can tell. I think I may not use the Traxxas pin system this time. I might shim it myself. Because they do have a little bit, if you would ask me, extra slop in the gear mesh. Like, it's just a little too much. Like, if it's supposed to be about 3 thousandths, I think when you use the pin system, it's about 6. It's like double of what it should be. Okay, the new gear only goes on one way. Just like this. Maybe. What I'm actually having problems is the plastic was kind of catching where it's got to stick through. It's got that special shape. If you have a real hard time, I guess you could lightly rub a file or some sandpaper on them 3 like arms, and it would probably go. Okay, now time for the 3 button heads. Just like installing a tire on your car, I like to go around and check them. Oh, it even came with 3 brand new button heads I didn't even have to use. Put them in the spare parts. Alright, so gosh, that's going to gear it down, ain't it? Alright, as you can see down in there, it's just looking nasty as ever. Just a little bit of water's gotten down in there. I really need to just clean it all up. Okay, so we got that all cleaned up in there. Not 100% beautiful, but good enough for the girls I go out with. Alright, set that down in just like so. Okay, then you're going to slide on your, well, first of all, man's best friend. Alright. Alright, it rolls all nice and good. Next, we have to, because I had a 46 tooth spur. I do believe it was 46. Yes, 46 tooth. And I've changed to a 54, so I need to change the pin system for the motor, or just go to meshing it myself. So there's your 4 bolts for the motor right there. 3mm. Alright, got those 4 out. After those 4 are out, your motor will pick up and pull right out. Now, you can see it's got the chart down here. Now, it looks like, alright, let's see. I got a 46 tooth. And another thing I did get today was I like to do first on these bad boys is, a lot of you guys probably already guessed it right, the red Loctite. We got the JB Weld brand Permalock. One thing I like to do too, I like to empty a bunch of the air out of the tube, put the top back on, knead this stuff around. Have you ever got some that was kind of liquidy or some that was more thick? And it does affect how it works. When it's thinner, it does not work as well, that's for sure. I like to mix it around a bit. Bam. Now it's going to be a even consistency. Now, this is how much this is how much I like to use. I don't even push it. You know, I just wait till a drop starts to form. Boom. Just touch it right there. You don't need to soak it, because then it's sometimes not saying it will, it can be hard to get it out. And then you end up stripping your Allen wrench or your set screw out, and you can't get it out, and you have to drill it off. So, okay, now we're back to the truck. Oh, crap, I don't know. It's got to go on this way or this way. You want to make sure you know that. Ooh, I wonder if that's any reason why I had a couple pinions come loose. Look at that sucker. I might need to try to put a new flat. Definitely have to go on this way. Put it on this way, there ain't no way it'd be sticking out way too far past the spur gear. It wouldn't even come in. Alright, so the end of that shaft is the flat ain't really beautiful anymore. I'm going to try to straighten that flat out a little bit with my Dremel, because I have had a couple pinions come loose. You can tell I cut plastic with this thing last. Turn on the old Chicago Electric, straight from Harbor Freight. Now this is why I like to use a thin little diamond blade or like a thin little cut off wheel or whatever like that. It's because I can't hardly see. What it does is it allows me to make a deeper flat from here to about there. I can stop. So if my set screw was loose, it'll have less chance to slide off that end because the flat now is deeper in this little section. You see there's the flat a little bit, and I just made it deeper, and it's got like a concave shape to it now, you know. You can see from the end bell that it's got a slight, you know, shape like cut into it from the roundness of. I had a spur gear or pinion gear loosen up I think twice on me. Alright guys, as you can see, she's golden. Now I do plan on taking this thing out for a good bashing today. Now I'm not using the pins, but I saved those pins in the Xmaxx drawer. You need to save that stuff. I can't tell you guys that stuff enough, you know, because someday you may need it and you'll be like, man, I'm glad I saved that. This only goes on one way with this thing towards the back. Yep, just like that. 3 motor wires. Put them up through the middle. Make sure these wires that go to the fan, the motor fan, are out of the way. So you don't want them underneath. See that wire right there? You don't want that underneath that mounting point, just like it is now. What you want to do is get these wires pulled out from underneath of that spot when you press it down. Okay, and you push these over and back in. Slide the fan back that way. Flex this down and back in. These two already fell into place. Bam. Couple screws there, couple there, couple there, couple there, and 2 on the bottom. Alright guys, she's all back together. I'm gonna let the Loctite set up a little bit on that pinion, and let that Loctite set up on that spur gear a bit, and we're going to go out and give this thing a bashing on the ice. Yes, can't wait. I'm Traxxas Mike from My RC Life, and I'll see you later. Bye.